Guys and girls, welcome back to Shawnee RC, and in this video we are reviewing this beast. Now firstly, I'd just like to thank a couple of the people and the companies. Island RC, just top-notch service all of the time, and CML Distribution, the guys over there making this possible with this awesome kit. Guys, I just want to take a very quick second to say, if you like the content, please like, please subscribe. We've got loads of B7 content coming. We've got absolutely loads of the B74.2 Champions Edition. We've got Centro C10 ESCs. We're all coming. Not just if you like Team Associated, if you like the channel, if you like the racing, hit that subscribe button. Enjoy the video. And where do we start? Let's start with this. In order to do these reviews, we need a location. Check this one out. I hope the new camera and the quality is looking a little bit better. It's a learning curve for me, but I think we're getting there. But there's plenty more to go. So stay tuned. Where do I start with this kit? So initially, out the box, made a few changes, nothing too crazy. The car out the box was okay, but for certain tracks, certain conditions, I feel like you've got to dial the car in just a little bit for your driving style and your track. But the kit setup is a good place to be. But here's what I did to make it that little bit better. Now for me, I actually drove this car over a couple of different surfaces. In terms of changes, very minimal out of the kit. We've got different springs, pistons, different gears in the diffs, but we're going to go through that later on in the video. Now what I will add is the changes that I made to this car, I feel, put it into a safe operating window where track to track it went round, and it went round good. As you can see, she's flying round. There was plenty of steering, plenty of rear end grip. There was low speed, cornering off power was very good, and I think a lot of that is down to the LTC diffs which we've got in this kit. Out the box, it comes with HTC front and rear and an LTC center. Now future videos coming on exactly what those diff gears do, but all I would recommend in terms of the kit, if you're purchasing this kit, is to get yourself a full set of LTCs. So you will need just one LTC gear set in the kit, or additionally to the kit, which would give you 3 LTCs and 2 packs of the HTC diffs. That will cover you for a range of surfaces from loose to high grip. In my experience and what I've picked up from them, is we run the LTC diff gears in a lower grip condition, which gives you a lot of low speed steering, low speed acceleration and grip. And as the track develops into more of a high grip surface, tend to move over and go to those HTCs, which makes the car much easier to drive as the grip comes up. I'd also like to add, pretty standard in any kits, aluminium servo horns, both on the throttle and the servo horn. So I'm actually using the Fast Tracks horns in this car. They're extremely well priced and they work just fine. Also worth pointing out, in terms of the kit setup, it is kit roll bars. Everything else is kit apart from those few option parts that I mentioned. I found the kit springs slightly too soft for the track and the condition that I had, but they're in the box because they will come into their own on a certain condition, certain track. Those springs will work. I personally found that I just needed to upgrade the springs. I say upgraded, just get option parts. So we've gone with the grey front and rear spring. And what I found as the grip comes up, not so much on the track that you've seen in this video, we actually can go to a blue front rear spring, which is slightly heavier. And I found that just kept it into that operating window. Some major settings on this car which I definitely recommend you having a look at, which we're going to do a separate video on, is actually the upper pill positions on the upper arms, creating an active caster, increasing caster, decreasing caster in this car makes a phenomenal difference. So having the pins at the top of the arms angled out in this setting here can make a huge difference to the car, but I'd actually like to do that in a separate video and maybe do some onboard footage in terms of what that actually does. I'm going to do a setup for this car soon, which I'm going to put into the comments, and you'll be able to see where I'm at on those pill positions. But so yeah, caster settings on this car, have a look at and have a play. As I said, we'll go into that in more detail, but ultimately you guys are here to see the car going around the track, and what a joy it was. Let's look at some more footage now. So this car has got phenomenal acceleration all throughout the rev range. Again, this track is a particularly low grip track at this moment in time, and it is certainly getting all of the acceleration it needs out of the corner, into the corner. Up the main straight is like an absolute rocket, and to be honest, these tyres were not absolutely optimal for this track. The tyres actually worn quite quick, they were probably a little bit too soft, but the car, with the kit that I'm running, a Lexan rear wing, that's just something I've always done with my 8 scale cars. I just find I like the feel, and I would definitely recommend trying a Lexan wing, but the kit wing is absolutely fine. There's no issues with the kit wing whatsoever. I've just got this preference with a Lexan rear wing. It's definitely something that you need to try, because it's personal preference. Personal preference, absolutely. So the absolute pros for this car, I think it's well priced. I think the parts are readily available. I think the overall look of the vehicle is great. I know some people seem to love or hate this body shell, but I really like it, I'll be honest, and I'm not just saying that. I do these reviews totally in my own opinion. If I didn't like the car, I would say I didn't like the car, but I can't say that. I really can't. The body shell I really like. The way that it drives and the way that it handles, the way that it responds to setup changes is truly awesome. I think the window for this car, once you've made a few changes out of the box, is actually very, very wide. There are some people that have said that the window is not as wide as what it is out of the box. It might feel like that, but you've really got to dial it into your track. Once you've put these small changes, what I found, onto the car, it really did open up the window and it made it extremely easy to drive. And yeah, I think what you should get for this car is what you should buy for any car. I think you should get roll bar kits. I think you should get a selection of springs. As I say, grey for me, front and rear seems to be about right. High grip, might go to a blue front. Pistons, I'm running a 6-hole 1.3 by 1.4 in the rear, and a 6-hole 1.2 by 1.3 in the front. Again, I will write that down in the comments for you. That's just a piston setup that one of the guys over here has found, and I tried it and I really, really liked it. So that's what I've gone with. The kit pistons I think performed perfectly fine. I wanted to put myself on an even playing field with one of my friends over here, just to accelerate the learning. So that's what we did, and that's what we was impressed with. But overall, guys, I would definitely recommend the RC8B4.1 to you as a possible car on your next purchase. As I say, the parts are readily available, they're relatively well priced, they're extremely strong, the build was fantastic. I had no issues with the build in any way, shape or form. So, as a final roundup, wrong car. It's over there. As a final roundup, guys, overall, I'm so impressed with the car. I'd have no issues in recommending you to go out and get one, should you want to try the Team Associated vehicles. It's got the absolute thumbs up from me. There's lots of good cars out there on the market. We might test a few more, but this one, it's got my approval. try it, let me know what you think. If you've already run one, let me know how it's going. Let's dial this car in together, because this isn't the first video, this is the first of many. Let's go.